Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Sagittarius Sun, Moon and also Rising weekly general tarot reading January 10th up until January 16th, 2022. And if you do want to jump right ahead into the spread, you can use the timestamp in the description down below. Other than that, if you do want to stick around for the card draw, be my guest. And if you do find this content of that channel interesting and you do wish to support us, just leave a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any of our weekly uploads. As well, if you do wish a personal reading with me, you can always do that by going to my website, which link you're gonna find into the description down below. So with that being said, going forward with the Sagittarius draw, we do have the first card for you, Sagittarius, of the Chariot, followed by the second card here that stands as the Page of Swords. Moving next, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the fourth card for you, that is to be the Eight of Pentacles. So these are the four primary cards, and now let's draw the catalysts to those cards. The catalyst to the Chariot card stand as the Nine of Cups, and we do have a passive supporters as an elemental dignity into that position. The catalyst to the Page of Swords, it stands as the Three of Cups, so we do have those two. They form a passive neutral, active neutral, I'm sorry, as an elemental dignity. The catalyst to the Knight of Pentacles is gonna stand as the Death. We do have a passive Friends into again the Death card. We do have a passive Friends standing into this position, and the catalyst to the Eight of Pentacles stand as the Queen of Cups. So we do have another passive Friends into that position. All right, so that's gonna do it for the spread, and now, or for the draw rather, and now let's jump right away into the spread itself. Alright guys, so you can see your spread on the screen, and right off the back, it's week where if you are feeling alone up until this point, you don't have to be anymore, because we do have that interesting collision here happening in between these two elemental dignities. So what happens is that we do have these cards, the Knights of Pentacles and the Death card, in a favorable position, or that is what helps you throughout the week, and that speaks about a person that it may be somebody brand new into your life or somebody that you already know. Now these people, they are very simple by nature. What I mean is that how can I put it into words? Well, they speak their mind and their actions bear no surreptitious intentions whatsoever. It's just that what they do it, or rather like they do what they intend to do, okay? Openly into the world without carrying any backstage plan, so to speak. And what is important for these people is that they always need to know what they want now for one or another reason, because they are happening into that position of your spread. What they wanted is what you do want as well, and their appearance here obviously is going to make a strong difference into your day-to-day routine. Now, as this is a general reading, this individual may play a different role for each one of you, but by the looks of it, with the summary here of the week, the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, that strongly suggests that this is going to be about romance, is going to be about feelings. Now these two cards here speak above everything else. It is that you are gonna start spending more and more time with that person, becoming more and more intimate, quote unquote intimate, which intimacy may transcend or transpire into a romance, okay? Or it may transpire as well into guardianship. It is like one of you, most likely that person, becomes the guardian of the other, which is most likely you. Now from the last two cards we can see that, rest assured here, you can share any kind of thing with this person, like from a secret to a very sacred moment of yours, because these people are also a very, very discreet. And what I missed to say as well, it is that their actions are always supported with very, very strong intentions and as well a determination. How you are going to recognize that person? Well, the best hint I can give you, it is that they do like to spend time among nature. So if that person is to ask you out, most likely after dinner they will ask you out to have a walk in some kind of a park, you know, or among streets and or in the street, rather, like through the streets. I don't know how to put it into words, but I hope you get what I mean here. Now, other than that, the week looks really well for you, Sagittarius. We do have this card as the topic of your week, and that is happiness. Straight away, happiness after a long time of toil, after a lot of push, a lot of a effort, colossal, mighty effort, so to speak, as we can see with the Chariot card. But the Chariot here signifies your triumph against the odds, and also the proudness of one's breakthrough, of one's achievements, of one's accomplishments. And these accomplishments, as we can see from the catalyst, the Nine of Cups, are going to bring you a lot of enjoyment, a lot of fulfillment, so to speak. And you are truly going to feel the sensual joy and life fulfillment throughout this particular week. And that is amplified by the elemental dignity, which is a passive supporters. You are going to drown into those emotions of happiness, life fulfillment, like I said, and content as well. One thing I want to warn you here, though, Sagittarius, it is that accomplishing these joyful emotions, or rather like these joyful milestones, triumphs, dreams, if you will, it is just only one thing, okay? That is even if it doesn't look like it that way, it is the easy part of the endeavor. Now you will have to make what it is needed in order to sustain them, which will determine how long you are gonna have that beautiful partnership / relationship here that we talked about at the start of the reading. You will have it for as long as you have what it takes to sustain it, and it wouldn't be that much, to be honest, because as we saw, what you want aligns entirely with what that person that steps up for you wants as well. And that person could be your current partner also, where now your wishes, your agenda, your will aligns perfectly. But finally, throughout the week, nothing can be really perfect, can it? And for that reason, we do have that elemental dignity here. That is another individual. Page of Swords with the Three of Cups. Now, having these two cards truly speaks about somebody who is quite, I would put it into that way, dissatisfied of seeing you, that you are happy. I'm truly feeling pity for these people that are leeching from else's happiness, all right, from someone else's happiness. Here, that individual, it's quite difficult to describe it because I didn't had such people around me, so I cannot give you a good example of how they can act. But what these cards describes, it is that is a person who will with intention or intentionally start making drama and start making arguments, fights, you know, how do you put it into words, wrangles even around you, by and that way polluting your good experience that you are to have with yourself and as well with the other person, the Knights of Pentacles that we have there. And that is because you no longer share the peak of the emotional experiences with that person, the Page of Swords. You are going to recognize this individual by them being different. And under different, I mean whenever the opinion of the collective is, their opinion is completely different. You share a thought of yours you share a conclusion that you do have, and they immediately challenge that conclusion, telling you how wrong you are and that they know better and these kind of stuff. Now it's a shame because the Page of Swords could be really helpful individuals. Sometimes they come as a very, very unexpected, indomitable help that we can have, and through it pushing our things through. But here in this case, for you Sagittarius, that is going to be somebody who is simply going to pollute and, as well, how can I say, poison your environment of the day-to-day routine, and try at least to undermine the joyful experience you can have for throughout the week. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to talk a bad stuff about that person, Knights of Pentacles, that you are to meet or that you are going to realize you have around you. By the way, there is so much to be said about the Knights of Pentacles. They can signify as well jumping into the old branches of love, so that could be also a reconciliation that awaits you here throughout the week. It could be in many, many different gazes that this person is going to show up. But that the other one, the Page of Swords, it's somebody that you already have a relation to, and they are, like I said, very, very unhappy that you now can replace them. They think that you can replace them with that person, a Knight of Pentacles. So you will see that with this Page of Swords type of individual, you can no longer share any more emotional content. You can no longer share any, how can I put it into words, thoughts, and you will see that your partnership, quote unquote partnership, is coming to an end. And for your own sake, the sooner you cut it loose, the better. But all in all, Sagittarius, that is going to be a week where you are finally gonna feel quite happy. And like I said at the start, if you were feeling alone by that point, you shall feel lonely no longer here as this week progresses. And at the end, you will find yourself spending more and more time with, if nothing else, at least a very, very faithful companion, that together you can grow business, you can grow family, you can grow children. Whatever your goal is, that is their goal as well. So with that being said, Sagittarius, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.